Today we take on Mr Bodi Hai, an updated version of the Mr Bali Hai from the Bali Hai in San Diego. And eagle-eyed viewers may recall a recent video where we did a Mr Bali Hai that featured the pre-coffee liqueur Mr Bali Hai, which most people are familiar with. That one used a creme de mure. It was not my favorite. The coffee liqueur version's not my favorite either. The one we make today is from Nathan Hazard while at the Coconut Club in Los Angeles, and the recipe was featured in Shannon Mustipher's Tiki Modern Tropical Cocktails. Most of the ingredients are just stuff off the shelf, except we do need some macadamia nut orgeat, and I wanted to try to find a way to do this a little bit easier, even as simple as using like a regular almond orgeat and then using macadamia nut extract, but I could not find anything that seemed even reasonably affordable. You can find the oil out there, which I'm leery about because most specialty oils like that will arrive to you rancid. There are a few online macadamia nut butters that you could find or concentrates, so you could employ the 60-second orgeat version to do that. But we're going old school today, and I'll use some dry, roasted, unsalted macadamia nuts. Anytime you make orgeat, it can be time-consuming, but one way that we can save a little bit of time in our lives and make sure that we're prepared for tomorrow is to make sure that we start our night with ZBIOTICS so we don't lose out because of rough next days. ZBIOTICS pre-alcohol probiotic drink is the world's first genetically engineered probiotic. It was invented by PhD scientists to tackle rough mornings after drinking. Here's how it works. When you drink, alcohol gets converted into a toxic byproduct in the gut. It's this byproduct, not dehydration, that's to blame for your rough next day. Pre-alcohol produces an enzyme that breaks this byproduct down. Just remember to make ZBIOTICS your first drink of the night, drink responsibly, and you'll feel your best tomorrow. So click the link in the description or use a QR code that's on the screen right now to get 15% off your first order. Plus, ZBIOTICS offers a 100% money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied for any reason, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. Now let's make some orgeat. And since I don't have an easy way here to use a macadamia nut butter to do a 60-second version, we can still basically follow that recipe. And what you could do is make a macadamia nut butter in a food processor. But if you have a high-quality blender, we can just skip that step and process our macadamia nuts with the water we would have added later and make macadamia nut milk that way. For my standard 60-second orgeat, I use 1 tablespoon or 20 grams, remember that 20 grams, of almond butter or almond milk concentrate, which are the same thing, per 100 milliliters or 100 grams of water. For me personally, I happen to have exactly 236 grams of macadamia nuts, and I want to use them all, which will yield me a ton of macadamia milk. So if I take 236 and divide by 20, because I was using 20 grams of almond butter per 100 milliliters of water, that will give me 11.8, which means I am scaling this up 11.8 times, and 100 milliliters of water times 11.8 equals 1,180 milliliters. I would encourage you to please get a simple, cheap kitchen scale for this and make your own batch sizes that meet whatever you need. And the main reason I have this odd number of 238 is because that is what the contents of this bag weighed. So into a blender is all of my macadamia nuts, that's 236 grams, and then 1,180 milliliters of water. Blend this on high, and I'll blend this for about a minute. Now we have some high-quality macadamia nut milk. I found this method does not take well to filtering, so I wouldn't even try it. I'm not going to use all of this for orgeat, so instead I'll weigh out some macadamia nut milk and then take that number and multiply by 2. That's how much sugar you need to make a 2-to-1 66 brick syrup. And as long as you have a scale, you don't even need a refractometer or fancy equipment to tell you that. Just make sure you weigh the milk and the sugar and you're good to go. I'm going to keep this relatively simple, but I am going to add about half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and that's for about 500 to 600 milliliters, but you can do more or less for preference. I won't be wasting this because I will be freezing a lot of this. That way I don't need to make macadamia nut orgeat for at least several years. And I'm going on a little fact-finding mission coming up that to try some Mai Tais with a liqueur foam. I've already shared that recipe here before a couple years ago, but the goal of this trip is to have more of those and see if maybe there's a way we could work our way into a riff that does not contain the foam. Okay, we can now make the cocktail, and I'll be using the same exact ingredients from the book, but sub in whatever you have if you need to. I'm going to start with 1 dash of Angostura bitters, 3/4 ounces of lemon juice, 1.5 ounces of our macadamia nut orgeat, 1/4 ounce of banana liqueur, 1/4 ounce of coffee liqueur, 1.5 ounces of pineapple juice, and 1.5 ounces of an aged rum. Garnish with a slice of pineapple, some pineapple fronds. There you go, the Mr. Bodi Hai. Let's try it. Cheers. Okay, so this is great. This is much better than any of the Mr. Bali Hai or the variations of it that I've had. Pineapple juice, as well as coffee, and hear me out, cinnamon. Those three things I think work together so well in so many cocktails, and there's not cinnamon in here, but Angostura bitters and an aged rum bring out some of that spice note, but overall, it's delicious. It's fantastic. And what's fun is the coffee is very subdued. Kind of forgot that we even put banana in there, but the banana with the macadamia or just all these different things going on, all of them somehow coalescing and working together. But really the rum and the pineapple with some spice and the tropical background to it, it's delicious. So that's it for this one. The best version of the Mr. Bali Hai that you're ever going to have. I don't know if it's ever gonna, it's the best one that I've ever had. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like below. Consider subscribing. If you want to support this channel more, I have a Patreon page that you can check out. Otherwise, see you on the next one.